Immigrants on the Oregon Trail faced so many challenges, as if getting around on one of these isn't difficult enough. They had heat, they had famine, they had wild animals, and then last but not least, they had the extremely difficult process of crossing the mighty Snake River. So many crossing from south to north, and so many perishing in the process.
So we'll see in a couple of hours when the polls close at 8 o'clock which direction the city will go in the next 4 years. We will be at McLean's and Masterson's gatherings tonight. Reporting from Boise, Don Nelson, Idaho News 6.
Here at Cascade Lake, where fire crew planes have been seen. In fact, I think there's two right now. One just took off, one's scooping up some water to go fight those flames outside of town.
We're talking the dirt, we're gonna talk the track, and they call it the toughest sport on two wheels. Good morning, Spencer.
Every year, the celebration of a humble instrument draws crowds to rural Idaho.
Yeah, our photojournalist AJ Howard shares some of the sights and sounds of this year's Yellow Pine Harmonica Festival.
Gypsy woman told my mama before I was born.
People come to the mountains to enjoy the music and the camaraderie and the fun that we have, and it gives them an experience. It started in 1990 for the centennial, and it has just grown since then.
Just to get here is you got to want to come to Yellow Pine. You're not going to drive by it. You got to want to come here. It's a windy road, 40 miles, just like this. And I thought we was in Canada or something, because it was dark, pitch black. And we finally made it here. And I'd walked up the street with a harmonica and just started playing. And people come out of the bars and stuff, and I met some lifelong friends in that first minute.
The networking that happens between the performers is fabulous.
I got a black cap on.
Yellow Pine Fest supports the village of Yellow Pine for the entire year. We don't pay the performers. They come up on their own dime because they have a fabulous time.
The only way they make money is through their auction and selling t-shirts and that type of thing. Then the world gonna know the hoochie coochie man, 'cause I'm here.
Part of this is having people enjoy our town and our area. I love watching them enjoy this.
And that's why I come every year, to hear my brother play the blues.
Silver Creek is the way Idaho used to be. I mean, it's still real hard to get here. You got that 15-mile dirt road climbing up over a windy, mountain pass to get into here, and it's backcountry, so.
Silver Creek Plunge is a hot springs owned and operated by Sean Penn along with his relatives, nestled deep in the mountains of Garden Valley.
It is a family business, yep.
Sean has been camping here with his family since the early 70s.
This was like the go-to camp spot. My parents would bring us up. I have early memories of when I was about 4 years old, 5 years old, in this exact same pool.
Sean and his siblings purchased Silver Creek Plunge as a way to honor their mother after her passing. They wish to carry on their experiences here for future generations to come.
Part of our dream when we took this over was that this would be a place where families experience family. We want to be a part of everybody's legacy, so they have memories to tell to their kids.
We've been coming here for 13 years, ever since we were like little girls.
Originally, Silver Creek Plunge was a failed attempt at a silver mine, but the only thing they were able to tap into was the natural spring water.
This place is actually amazing.
The spring water is heated naturally by geothermal activity, fluctuating between a comfortable 100 and 104 degrees.
It's exciting to be able to share all of this with current Idahoans and those that are moving in and introducing them to life in Idaho.
Reporting from Garden Valley, Addison James, Idaho News 6.
This is Lee's Candies.
So this batch is going to be about 2,000 pieces of candy.
The Boise Bench Candy Shop has been serving up an assortment of chocolates and treats for the past 76 years, named after its founder, Lee Knockleby. After a few generations in the Knockleby family, the operations switched hands, now under the ownership of Ken and Katie Fernandez.
But right now my favorite is the pecan butternut.
The father-daughter duo bought the business 3 years ago, sticking to the original process that's already led to decades of sweet success.
gas stove, copper kettle, granite tables. It's tried and true. It works, so why change it?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Unlike her past life focused in the fitness industry, Katie now spends a majority of her days making and selling sweets.
So now I'm pushing candy on people.
Hey, there's a balance, right?
Right, you have to have a reason to work out, and I think candy's a good one. So you're gonna roll it in your palm, 1, 2, 3.
3 years in, and Katie's still learning new things every day, leaning on some of her seasoned staff like Shelby Gibson, essential to the process and passionate about the finished product.
Chocolate and candy has a lot of nuance to it. Some days the candy tells you what it's gonna be. The best one is the maple cream, which we made today. I have the hardship of having to taste all of the ones that I make to make sure they taste right.
Yeah.
Someone has to have that job. It falls on my shoulders.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Although they've expanded their offerings, like adding a pumpkin truffle and huckleberry cream, Katie knew the recipe to their success was already written.
The techniques that we use today are the same techniques that LG Knockleby came up with over 100 years ago. So fun when people come in and have a story to tell about how Lee's has been part of their family for generations, and I will tell you, it happens almost every time I get to work out front. Almost every day. I get to hear a story about how Lee's has been an important part of somebody's family tradition.
There's no shortage of selections to choose from at their storefront off Vista, but their most popular item is the orange cream, and they really pride themselves on what they put into every piece.
So we use high quality, real ingredients for our centers. Like in the orange cream, we use real orange. In lemon cream, we use real lemon. We use natural vanilla extract, not the artificial stuff.
And while some new faces and flavors may appear behind the counter, some things will never change.
As far as the recipes go and our technique, that won't ever change.
Will it always stay Lee's Candies?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Karen Lair, Idaho News 6.
We are the Idaho Renaissance Fair. We are putting on a celebration for my husband's coronation. We have invited merchants and entertainers, and we are having a tournament with the Armored Combat League.
Start fight!
We're an actual real steel, full contact medieval sport. There are different avenues in the sport. There are different sections in which you can fight in. You can do one-on-one duels, and as you just saw earlier, we can do group team fights, and it's really a sport just as much a physical ability as it is teamwork. And so it's the most sportsmanlike sport I've ever been a part of.
The Boise Iron Mountain Warriors are a chapter of the Armored Combat Worldwide, Armored Combat League. And it's a sport. It's based on a historical analog. Today was actually really good. There was good fighting, hard hits. We got some blood, which is always, it's not necessarily good, but it's awesome.
We really go at it, but at the end, you know, we hug it out. We're still friends, even though we beat each other up in the ring.
The reason we do this is to raise money for local schools. Our proceeds go back to a chosen local school each year. I love interacting with the little kids and getting them to come over and talk to us and take pictures and meet the king and queen and meet the court and have a good time.